Superheroes are awesome. They're basically benevolent fictional characters with superhuman abilities, and they have been around for a freaking long time. What makes them so awesome is the fact that they show what is so great about being a hero. The superhero TV shows are the ones that made me interested in superheroes, and I would love to talk about a lot of them. But in this video, since I'm in the mood for it, I will only be talking about one particular TV show about superheroes that really grinds my gears, but also makes me very happy. In this show we have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, but 10! 10 superheroes! And there is so much more to come. We have 10 plus superheroes, but in my opinion, there are only 3 superheroes that are memorable and interesting. The rest of them are not. Which sucks so much, because look at them, they look so cool, and their superpowers are so cool, yet they all suck. For example, Rena Rouge. She sucks. Forget about the fact that she has an awesome superpower. Forget about the fact that she has a funny personality.
Welcome to our team. If you need any cool superhero tips, you know where to come.
Really? You're gonna give me Ladybug's phone number?
Forget about the fact that her costume design looks so cool that it outshines Ladybug's crappy costume design. Forget about all of those really cool things about her, because in the end, she sucks. Now you might be saying, well, that's your opinion. Well, yeah, it's my opinion that it's a motherfucking fact that this superheroine named Rena Rouge is one of the most god-awful disgraces in the history of superheroes. Now, before we get to talk about this elephant and the rest of the elephants in the room, let us first talk about superheroes that have actual good writing. For example, Spider-Man. What is Spider-Man all about? Spider-Man is Peter Parker trying to use his powers to do good, because after his uncle's death, he realized that he should never use his powers for fun. He realized that with great power comes
Don't you dare finish that sentence! Don't do it! I'm sick of it!
Spider-Man represents a kid trying to be a real man. What about Batman? Batman is Bruce Wayne trying to prevent anyone else to feel the same pain that he felt the night his parents were killed right in front of him. Batman represents justice. What about Queen Bee? Shut up! What about Queen Bee? Queen Bee is Chloe wanting to impress her mother.
Why don't you love me, Mom?
Not only that, she also wants to be a famous, well-known, and well-liked hero just like Ladybug and Cat Noir.
I've always dreamed of doing this with you. We must work together as a team, all right, Queen Bee? Yes, don't worry. I've been practicing since forever.
Queen Bee represents, in my own perspective, a young girl trying to achieve her dream. What about Rena Rouge? She's a girl who was told by Ladybug that she needed some help to defeat the villain. And Alia was just like, okay, I'll do it because I think it's cool to help you, Ladybug. And once they defeated the villain, she returned her powers. What does she represent? She represents a girl trying to help Ladybug because Ladybug told her to. That's it, I guess. Rena Rouge sucks. She overall sucks. Yes, she has a cool looking costume, yes, she has an awesome superpower, and yes, she has a funny personality. But that's not enough to make a round superhero character. She was never explored even more throughout the series, she never got any further development, she never formed a friendship with her Kwame, she never changed her feelings about being a superhero, she doesn't care if she's not being called to help Ladybug, she doesn't get jealous when someone else instead of her is being chosen to help Ladybug, she never formed any kind of relationship with the community she lives in as a superhero, she's not relatable, she's not believable, she's not complex, she's nothing! She's just some junior high student who Ladybug asked for help. That's it! The only definition that I can give her is Rena Rouge is Alia as a superhero. That's it. She's a part of this show not because she wants to explore and develop herself as a superhero like Ladybug and Cat Noir, but she's a part of this show simply because Ladybug is so desperate to get some help and assistance in defeating the supervillain of the episode. That's it! The first time we get to see Rena Rouge in action with Ladybug looks cool, especially the part where it turns into first person. It looks cool, but for me it feels lifeless. It feels hollow. It feels meaningless. Because I just can't seem to be invested in this. I just can't seem to care about what's going on right now because, tell me, how can I care about the fact that Alia has become a superhero for the first time? I don't care about Ollie becoming a superhero for the first time, because this was never her dream or desire or goal in life in the first place. There was never any emotional build-up to this. She just became a superhero in this episode simply because Ladybug asked her to. So tell me, how am I supposed to care? How am I supposed to care about something so bland and uninteresting? I don't know, man, it's just so cool to see Marinette's best friend become a superhero just like her, so shut up! For something like this to work, you just have to make us relate to this character, or at least make us believe in this character. And it's really not that hard to do if you would just try, but Miraculous Ladybug doesn't even try to do that. Let's take a look at Maledictator. In this episode, Chloe became Queen Bee because she wanted to fix her mess. She wanted to fix her mistakes. She wanted to redeem herself. Because she admits that she did a terrible thing, and she admits that nobody likes her. Now that is how you make it work. You just have to give your character a good emotional reason to be a superhero. That is how you make the audience feel something for your superhero character. Emotional build-up. Emotions. Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
You can't make a decent superhero character by just thinking, well, I think I'm gonna make Alia a superhero because I just think it's cool to see her fight by her best friend's side. That is not how you do it. That is just making an emotionless robot. But that's exactly what they did. They just put her into the show and that's it. They didn't do anything else. They didn't give her any emotional build-up. They didn't give her any... Shut up! They didn't give her any development. They didn't give a single shit. Because who cares? Who cares about boring character development? Nobody wants to spend time on that. We have to get to the action, baby! Overall, I don't like Rena Rouge. I don't hate her either. I just don't care. I just don't care about her because I simply don't feel anything for her. And that sucks.
This is so insane! I've got powers and I'm fighting supervillains!
The same thing can be said for Carapace. I don't care about this guy because Carapace is nothing other than the fact that he's Nino as a superhero. He has no purpose other than to help Ladybug and Cat Noir. He was never further explored, never further developed, nothing. The same thing can be said for the rest of the superheroes, excluding Queen Bee. The biggest problem with these guys is, like I said 1,000 times before, no further exploration, no further development. They were just there to help Ladybug and Cat Noir. If Ladybug's lucky charm told her to go to Master Fuck and ask for a miraculous, so she can turn someone or some people into superheroes. And once they have done their job, once they are out of sight, once the episode has ended, they were never explored ever again. They do appear more than once in the show, but that's only because Ladybug wanted to ask for help. She never asked for them to explore themselves as superheroes. They were just there to be Ladybug's weapons, before eventually turning into the villain's weapons. That doesn't make them superhero characters. That makes them superheroes with no defining characteristics.
Still haven't spoken to her, huh?
You know how dangerous it is to use Chloe? Everybody knows that she was Queen Bee. You know how dangerous it is to use Chloe? Use Chloe?
And I might be saying, oh, you just don't get it, Cyrus. She must return the Miraculous to Master Fu, reasoning that until they discover all the secrets of the Miraculouses, it's too dangerous to leave any more out in the open. That's the real reason why she doesn't want them to keep their powers. She can't allow that because it's too risky. Well then, I think they've done this way too early. I think Rena Rouge transpired way too early. I think Carapace transpired way too early. As well as the rest of them. They all transpired way too early. Since they still don't fully understand the Miraculouses yet, I think it would have been so much better if these guys transpire in the later seasons. Because I swear to God, I am not lying when I say, that is not how you make superhero characters. In fact, that is actually how you make plot devices. And that's all they really are. They are just plot devices. They were just there to move the plot forward. They were just there to assist Ladybug and Cat Noir. And not to mention, they were just there to sell lots of toys and merchandise. They were never there to explore, develop, and be themselves. They were never there for the art. They were just there for the plot and the money. Hey Lise, what do you call those guys in chess that don't matter?
Well, a block-headed bishop is of little value, but I think you're referring to a pawn.
Exactly. Miraculous Ladybug is like one big game of chess that is still ongoing, and these guys are the pawns, while Ladybug and Cat Noir are the king and queen. and Queen Bee is the knight. And that sucks, because every time I look at these really cool looking superheroes with really awesome superpowers, I see nothing. I see nothing but wasted concepts, wasted potentials, wasted concepts filled with so much potential.
Come on, hurry up and transform my pawns! Tricks, let's pounce.
For me personally, the only memorable superhero in this show, aside from Ladybug and Cat Noir themselves, is Queen Bee. Because she is complex, interesting, and fleshed out. And not to mention, she actually matters. Unlike these guys.
Well, she did save Paris, so she just might be able to save herself too. Am I right?
Rena Rouge and Carapace helped Ladybug save Paris, but nobody threw them a party.
That's because nobody cares about Rena Rouge and Carapace, you idiot! Well, Miraculous Ladybug is still ongoing, so I hope they will develop and explore these guys even more, so that they could become actual characters. I hope Miraculous Ladybug will get better as it goes on. I haven't watched Season 4 yet, but I actually want to know what's going on. I want to know what you guys think so far about Season 4, so please leave a comment down below. Leave a comment about your thoughts on Season 4, but do not spoil. I just want to know your thoughts. I don't want to know about the plot.
Hey guys, it's me, Mrs. Google Translate, and I'm here to talk about why this superhero team called Team Miraculous is a mediocre superhero team. We first get to see this team transpire in the season finale of Season 2. A lot of things are happening in this episode that I honestly can't stand it. But I'm not here to talk about how ridiculously wacky this episode is. Instead, I'm simply going to talk about why this team is mediocre. It's very simple to understand actually. Cyrus and I don't like this team because we simply do not feel any emotions for them. There was never any emotional build-up for this team, nor was this team ever explored or fleshed out even more. So how are we supposed to care? We never get to see the full potential of this team, that's why we don't care. Cyrus and I care a little bit because of Chloe, Adrian, and Marinette. These two are nothing. Rena Rouge and Carapace should have never been here in the first place because, as Cyrus said earlier, they're nothing but plot devices. And please tell me, how am I supposed to feel any emotions for plot devices? I honestly wouldn't mind if they're completely Thanos snapped from existence or see them get replaced with other characters because they are just so bland and uninteresting. You want to know why Teen Titans is such a great superhero team? Because we actually care for the team members. And you want to know why we care for them? Very simple. They are fleshed out, developed, and explored. Unlike these guys. It's totally fine if you don't want to give this team any emotional build-up, as long as you flesh them out, but they're not. Which is why Cyrus and I don't like this team. It would have been so much better if this team is just Ladybug, Cat Noir, and Queen Bee, because these superhero characters are the only ones that we actually feel emotions for. And they are also the only ones that are explored, developed, and fleshed out. I actually feel happy and proud when Queen Bee is helping the team because we know that Chloe loves being a superhero. Being a superhero like Ladybug has always been her dream, and seeing her dream come true right in front of our eyes is satisfying. But I don't feel anything when Rena Rouge and Carapace are helping because we don't know if they have any feelings at all about being superheroes. They're just there to help and that's it. This is what Team Miraculous should have been. That's just my opinion and Cyrus's opinion. If you guys agree or disagree, please share why in the comments down below because it's fun to hear different opinions. This is Mrs. Google Translate signing off.
If you guys are planning on making great fictional stories with amazing characters, then I highly recommend thinking more about the art, okay? Don't just think about the merchandise and the money. Yes, earning money is the sole purpose of doing a job, but for me, doing a job is all about helping and or entertaining the community. Earning money is for me the secondary purpose, not the primary purpose. My dream job is to be a writer, and once I do become a writer in the future, I'll put all of my focus, effort, and love on making really good works of art, so that if people are fond of my work, I would actually feel some worth in my existence. I would feel like someone who has actually done something in his life. Because if I'm doing my dream job just for the sake of earning money, then I would feel like someone who just spent his entire life learning how to be a writer. just to spend the rest of his life doing lifeless, emotionless, meaningless things for money. And that is not living. That is just trying not to die. That is just being a pawn. Just like these superheroes of Miraculous Ladybug. They weren't there to represent art. They weren't there to represent themselves. They were just there for the plot. They were just there to generate merchandise. They were just there for the money. But hey, if you want to focus more on earning money, then it's up to you. I'm not here to force you to change your decision in life. I'm just saying that I believe that focusing more about the art has so much more meaning than focusing more about the money. I'm just saying. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It really means a lot. You guys are the best. See you next time.
It doesn't